I know this is time for Lunchbox, but it's a very sad day for India and Bombay for what happened last night. I want a reaction from you guys because you are celebrities, and if you don't talk, we can't move ahead. So can you just react? What's your thought about the Gangrape in Bombay, and do you think women are safe in Bombay?
Well, can I? I'm not a celebrity, but if I could go first. Uh, when I was editing this film in December, the the infamous Delhi incident had happened on 16 December, and the final edit of the film is the second half is very different from the script, because that was so seeped into everyone's consciousness and mind too that Ela's story came more to the front, the woman's story, and it really became a story of, it really truly became a love story of sorts then. The script was, and Nimrata, I used to talk about it all the time while shooting. The script was a lot of it was Sarjan's story, because I'm a man, so that was my sort of outlook. So that profoundly affected me, and of course this has as well. And I mean, I don't know exactly what to say about it, but I think you're very right in that if we don't talk about it, if we don't keep discussing it, keep analyzing the root causes of these things, we'll never get rid of this. It's really an epidemic at this point.
And I feel it'll grow more and more because somebody asked me, some journalist asked me when Nirbhaya thing happened, and the way system was reacting, the way things were happening, I could feel that it's going to grow more and more. And Bombay is comparatively safe city, but it'll grow more and more because the reason why these things are happening and the way system is handling, I think it doesn't give you a good sign.
Well, I think that and I think it's very. I mean, today when I heard about it last night and heard in the morning. I mean, I felt so silly even reacting, writing that that which I even said in the morning. I said, writing, I'm disgusted, I'm appalled, because I just feel it's so helpless to use these. These are just words, and they feel so empty. The first thing you feel is ashamed. You feel just ashamed as being part of this humanity culture that exists even in our country today, and you feel like, what can you do? You want to do something, but what can you do? And I think really, and I feel more power to the media who constantly are policing the governance, for them to at least go and chase the situation and try and curb others. Because really what you can do, you say that celebrities should go out there and so, but let me tell you, the power of the media is completely the only power that can truly, truly put an end, if at all, or curb it or limit what's happening across this country. Because like they say, it's an epidemic, and it's not an epidemic you want spread. You need to stop it. If someone gave me a solution, I would be standing in the front row trying to solve this. But what can any of us do but really react? And I think sometimes the words that we even write feel so empty. Like I felt what I even tweeted about because it was an organic reaction, but I felt so silly even writing those words because it really meant nothing. So I just think that till the media and the powerhouses of the media, all of you included, women, men, all of you who feel strongly, and I'm sure everyone in the nation does, is an outrage, there's a feeling of insecurity. And I feel till you don't voice it to the highest limit, it will not make a difference, because eventually everybody's looking at their own thing. I actually think cinema is such a soft target. I mean, I think what about I always believe. I know academically, even academically, if I had to tell you that when cinema projects values, it doesn't mean that those things are also happening. When you're projecting the right man and the right mother and the right family situation, it doesn't mean that that is emulated. So when there's when people say, "Oh, stop," why blame the item song? Why is the item song on the radar at all? That's a song. Leave it. It's cinema. It's been going on for years. You can't just target one thing and blame that is increasing or actually enhancing the crime situation. I think that when we've projected the right value system, why don't we say, why isn't that emulated? We've shown, well, ours is a country that's made great films, projected great protagonists, shown great traditional value systems. How come that is never put on the scanner and said that, okay, why isn't somebody emulating that? It's when somebody you're showing for me, I wouldn't ever cross the limit of decency as a filmmaker. There's always been some kind of a cap. That's me personally speaking. But I do believe that cinema sometimes becomes a soft target. You have nothing else to blame, so blame the movies. How can you blame the movies? It's your right to pay for that ticket to go and see that film. If you don't want to see it, don't see it. It's as simple as that. But don't pretend that it's actually not you, sir. Anyone. I'm talking about an audience. It's not the only and the whole and sole reason why there is crime in this country. It cannot be blamed on Hindi cinema or Indian cinema for that matter. There are many, many other factors that we have to address before you address cinema. Could be the last in the food chain, really. And I just believe it's just the most in focus and therefore it's always attacked. I mean, I do believe that the situation has to be addressed, and it has to be addressed because it's appalling what's happening. But let's not just blame cinema. It's really not cinema that has to be blamed, or what the songs achieve eventually.
Actually, cinema is the last thing. Cinema is not forming your psyche. It's on internet. A 10-year-old boy or 8-year-old boy can go and watch blue films. It's effective, but you can, yeah, exactly. But you cannot just underline cinema or circle cinema and you can make a culprit out of it. See, okay. Let me put like that. Okay, I am making a film. Which the purpose of the film is to titillate you. Then, so I can titillate you as a filmmaker. So what's wrong with it? Yeah. Does it mean that I am forming your psyche? So, but I'm saying you should look at the problem, the complexity of the problem, and you cannot put everything onto that.